A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Monday, it's a little bit after 9 o'clock. My name is Graham, I'm here with my good friend Jason, and we're back with this week's episode of Tea and Tops. And it's nice to be back as a twosome. I missed last week due to horrific technical issues, which, if you're a fan of my card breaking streams, you'll be certainly be familiar with my technical issues, despite the fact that I work in software and IT and all that kind of stuff. I'm supposed to be good at these things. But there you go, we're back this week. Thanks so much to Jason for holding the fort. We also had the interview with Rob last week. Really enjoyed the interview, Jason. It was a great show.
It was a lot of fun. It was fun to talk to Rob, find out how the process worked, find out what exactly is going on with grading. I don't know a whole lot about grading. I don't. We share a graded card, so that's the extent of my grading experience. So otherwise, yeah, I had no idea what to expect to hear from him, and it was kind of a meandering chat with Rob, but it was a good one, and I really enjoyed talking to him. And looking forward to probably send a card or two down his way to give it a shot. I really like the HGA kind of the custom logos. I think that's a lot of fun. I've got a couple cards. I think it might be the cool the Project 70 cards and the Project 2020 cards, with the custom logo on that.
Yeah, they are. That's the one thing I guess HJ I've gone for them is that kind of unique look. And yeah, I think I have a few cards. I've been putting a lot of effort into my personal collection recently, trying to get myself organized. I've apexed from being like a high-end hunter into being a set builder. Kind of out of nowhere, really, just sort of opening boxes that I have sitting around the house, and then suddenly decided, yeah, I'm going to build out these sets. So been working on my Ginter base sets, been working on my Gypsy Queen base sets, but of course in the course of opening boxes you come across the odd nugget and you think, oh, that'd be quite nice to get graded. So yeah, I think I'll be going through the process myself. So it'll make a good show. I'll make some good content for a future episode. I think I'm going to take a shot. I think with CGC and see how we get on. See how we get on grading with them. But yeah, it'll be a fun learning experience, I think.
So you mentioned you were going through your cards. Did you find any nuggets of maybe a prospect that turned out to be a nobody at the time, then and now is maybe a future star?
A little bit, a little bit. So in the process of building out the base sets, if you're opening boxes, obviously it's quite easy to get like duplicates. And I know a lot of set collectors, I think Glenn does this actually, friend of the show, Glenn, if he's watching, he can probably confirm. But as well as building out the base set, they'll also build out the rookie set from that year and keep that as a separate thing. I think that might just be a Glenn thing. He collects the rookies as well. So yeah, so it's kind of interesting when you go back to like 2018, 2019 sets and even a little bit more recent into like 2020, you see like, you go back through your cards and go, oh, actually I've got like 10 different Kyle Lewis rookie cards, and you forget what you tuck away in a drawer, when you just open the old hobby box and you don't really, I'm rubbish. I'm like fairly appalling at keeping an index or a database of the cards that I own. So yeah, going back through and sorting and putting them into order and sort of starting to keep a proper detailed record of what I have has been quite enjoyable. And yeah, you do find the odd nugget. I found a few Manny Machado rookies and stuff floating around, and
Nice.
some Tatis rookies and that kind of thing. So yeah, they'll get stashed away for later days, and then my kids can trade them for some bubble gum in like 20 years time or something. I don't know.
Well, we talk about Kevin Moss every so often, so pull those out.
And, friend of the show, Kevin Moss.
Friend of the show, cup holders these days, but it was fun collecting back then. So
yeah. So yeah, it's been kind of fun, and I find the odd, like I say, the odd gem, and then you find some other things like, oh, so and so would like that card, so you start little piles for people as well, and it's like a nice surprise just to send some cards through the mail to some people because they'll appreciate them more than I will, So any sort of tigers duplicates that I have, it's like, oh, put a little pile aside for Glenn. At some point, I'll post a little care package out to Glenn with some tigers cards in it, those kind of things. So it's quite fun doing that for people as well. I've been working on football cards. I think I've finally completed. I think I spoke on many episodes ago now about how nice the Topps Chrome SPFL cards, the Scottish football cards, how nice they looked this year. This is the first time that Topps have done a Topps Chrome release, and I think I've finally completed the base set after like 3 or 4 months. So yeah, pretty chuffed at that. Sold a Henrik Larsson card. Henrik, for those of you au fait with Scottish football, Jason's glazing over right now. But I'll keep
no, I
know.
And remember, he's Swedish. I'm very aware of
of course,
yeah.
He's Swedish. Yeah, so a Henrik Larsson out orange parallel number out of 25 I sold to a guy for like 25 quid last night and stuff. So yeah, it's finding those kind of fun things. When you finally find buyers for cards like that, it can be quite, because I thought, oh, what am I going to do? I'm probably going to have to end up putting on eBay, and then it's a faff and whatever else. But no, this guy was kind enough to fill out the last four needs for my base set, and I happened to clock he was a Celtic fan, so I asked if he wanted this card, and he bit my hand off. So yeah, happy days. A bit of wheeling and dealing, a bit of trading going on. Try to fill out my base sets now, which is kind of cool. Like I say, it's a bit of a change for me. I was sort of tracking down rookie autos and going for sort of slightly higher end stuff for a while, and then I've kind of chilled on that, and yeah, decided to become a bit of a set builder. So
I
let's see
think
how
that's the
that
fun
goes.
bit. Yeah, no, as a set builder, I love that. So, it's all about the chase of trying to find some random guy as a common card that you don't want to pay a pound for because it's
Yeah,
like it's
exactly.
just a
Yeah,
random
yeah.
card, who's got this card there. So I think that was actually one of the interesting things about Rob, who was putting together the '86 Fleer basketball thing, and randomly come across somebody that might have a few cards to fill out the set.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, the fun thing about doing it through opening boxes as well is obviously, depending on what it is, you're guaranteed a certain number of hits in these products. So you're still pulling, you still got the chance of pulling like some quite nice cards as well. And while you're trying to fill out your base set there, and you're maybe not as fussed about inserts and whatever else, but to get a nice low number of parallels a boost, or to pull a nice autograph card at the same time that you can maybe flip for a few quid to offset the price of your boxes. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. I'm enjoying it. I promised myself I wasn't going to start anything new until I catalogued everything that I have, and I've catalogued everything that I have, and now I look over at my shelves every night and I go, what am I going to open?
It's funny you say that. So I had friends visiting from the States, and their kids do like baseball, and they saw the man cave and were like, "This is the coolest thing ever!" And of course, they saw all my unopened wax, and like, "Can we open some?" And I was like, "No, sorry, you cannot open these packs of cards." And luckily, I have some junk wax in here, and they open the cards up, and like, I've never heard of any of these guys. So I think the best card we pulled out was a Larry Walker card. So at least we had a Hall of Famer in there. But yeah, these kids were like, yeah, they're from Houston, so like, there's no Jose Altuve, there's no Carlos Correa, there's no Alex Bregman. Nope, no, there is not.
No, none of that nonsense. No, screw those guys.
They were out of my 2021, UK set or UK box that I have there, and they wanted to open those up, and I was like, nope, those are not getting opened up for any time soon. So, but they were eyeing up, and I was kind of like, oh, I really want to help you guys out and open some cards, but they're traveling for another 3 months, and the last thing they do is carry on baseball cards.
Humpering baseball cards. That's true.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, if you want to send them a box of UK edition for when they get home, I've still got 2 sitting on my shelf, so they're welcome to them. Welcome to one of them.
Yeah, they'd be a bit confused, like when you get that Big Ben card, what are you supposed to do with that?
That's true. Oh, but this is 2021, so it's not got any of the fun inserts like Big Ben,
right? Okay.
or like a Queen relic or whatever it was. I can't remember.
Yeah, exactly.
They had some pretty wild stuff in there, right?
Yeah. So I was like, look, I'll buy you guys some cards, and when you guys get back and you open them up, at least you have a place to store them and stuff like that there. So
yeah,
they were really interested to see what I had, the cards. They saw my Project 2020 and Project 70 cards, and they were like, oh, these are really cool because I have the Keyshore Ohtani. It looks like a Pokemon card, and I thought that was awesome. So it was just fun, kind of sharing it with kids and kind of see there is a little audience for the younger generation, and they are interested in cards.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Just a shame they're completely priced out of the hobby these days, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, like I said, his dad's a software developer. I'm sure he's not priced out of anything. So.
Oh, more than likely not. Is he looking for a job? Because I'm hiring software developers. Like, we can't get my hands on them quick enough. If you're a software developer and you would like a job, please reach out. There you go. I might as well do some recruiting while I'm here. Yeah, there you go. Well, that's really cool. Yeah, it's nice to hear that the kids were getting a kick out of seeing your substantial collection there. So it's been a couple of weeks, I guess, since we did, or maybe 3 full weeks since we did a proper show, because I was missing action the week previous to Rob's interview as well. So yeah, a little bit of ground to cover. So we'll be going through our normal discussion points tonight, I think. Looking at the new releases. We have a replacement for Project 70 to talk about, which is fair. I know Jason's very excited about.
Of course.
Of course, yeah. Some NFT news, and we'll be talking about Bunt as well, because there's been lots going on and all of those things. But yeah, starting with new releases, we were getting hyped in the last show about 2022 Bowman, talking a lot about the price of it. So I think the last time we spoke, uh, hobby boxes were sitting about $500, or maybe just dipped under it and looking at about $1,000 for a jumbo hobby box. So the product's been out for a couple of weeks now. Really good fun, really cool product. Lots of prospects in it that people are excited about. Lots of rookie cards that people are excited for as well, which is nice. Wanderers in there, Vidal Brujon, Dalbec, Dalbec. I can't remember the Red Sox did. That's embarrassing. I'm a Yankees fan. Why would Duran? Thank you, Jaron Duran. So yeah, prices have cooled significantly. So I don't know if there's been a big pull out of it, and I haven't seen, but if you look around now, you can pick up hobby boxes for under $300 and sort of about $720 for a jumbo. So kind of sort of 25-30% drop in price since a week before launch. So I don't know what that says about price trends overall, but it's, to get Bowman under $300 isn't all that bad, I don't think. It's a box that you could buy and hold, and I think will continue to increase in value once the initial demand wears off. I mean, I've seen plenty of opened, one of the major breakers in the States, I think, as we're live at the minute, is opening their 100th case of Bowman. And exactly, that's just one breaker. I think they're on case. What they were doing the last few days, they've done single breaks that have had 5 cases in one break. And I think it was like random players are about 85 spots, $300 a spot, and they were just filling them like you wouldn't believe. So yeah, there you go. That's wild, like wild kind of stuff. But yeah, 100 cases in. Like I say, that's one breaker. I don't know what the other ones are doing, but so yeah, nice to see Bowman out again. I've opened one box so far. I think I've got a second break just about over the line as well. I'll probably fill that tonight, tomorrow. I think so I've done a couple of hobby boxes. It's been pretty good. It's been a fun product to rip. Talking of fun products, that was a big way segue. I didn't even need a segue. Another release that's out, and I know you'll be excited for this one because it sort of crosses over into Bunt, the world of Bunt. But 2022 Topps Tribute is out, and like I say, if you're a feverish Bunt player, you'll be familiar with the look of the cards. They look pretty awesome on Bunt, and they look pretty damn awesome in real life as well. And they've seen some absolute monster cards pulled out of it, some seriously cool stuff. People hate on single color patches and stuff like that. The thing that differentiates Tribute when you pull a single color patch is that I think it's one a box, but they have MLB authentication on them, so you know for a fact they're game worn and they're authenticated by MLB with a hologram on. You can go on the website, look up the hologram, it'll tell you the game that the item was actually worn in. So that's super cool. Like I say, it's a really good looking set this year. Base set's only 100 cards, but you only get 18 cards in a box. 6 boxes in a case, and a case will cost you about $2,700. So not a cheap product by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, like 18 cards for, I don't know what the maths on that is. I think it's about $450 a box. But you get 3 on-card autographs, and you get 3 relic cards as well. And like I say, you can get authenticated relics, not just like player worn, where they put on 62 jerseys one time and then they all got cut up. Like proper game worn stuff. So really, really cool. Great looking set. Yeah, for about $450, 18 cards in the box, so high end for sure. But yeah, I was watching breaks for it. I'm
like, you have money burning in your pocket.
Yeah, I just got promoted. I've got adult money now. But then I just had to pay a £500 gas bill, so maybe not. Yeah, maybe I'll ease off a bit. That was 3 months worth of electricity and gas, I hasten to add. So at current prices, 450 quid I don't think was too bad for 3 months worth of electricity and gas. But there you go. There's some commentary on current affairs. My God, we've gone political satire.
I like Tribute. If I had the money, I'd buy a case. Like I said,
it's beautiful. That's so good.
The cards are absolutely gorgeous this year.
Yeah. Let's split a case. Anyway, talking of high end stuff, so that's what's come out so far. Panini Diamond Kings is out as well. I know that the podcast entitled Tea and Tops, but Panini Diamond Kings is out. It's a kind of fun set. Boxes come in about £100. 96 cards in a box. You get one autograph and one memorabilia card. It's unlicensed, obviously, but yeah, a pretty fun set. It's usually quite popular every year. So that's another notable one that's out. But coming this week, we have Bowman Sterling. So for the uninitiated, Bowman Sterling has 2 cards in the box, and a box will set you back right now on pre-order $1,000. So everybody have fun with your 2 cards for $1,000. So yeah, we could like all of a sudden Tribute with 18 cards in its box for $450 looks like an absolute bargain.
So I'm assuming with the 2 cards, one of them's gonna be like an auto or a patch or an auto patch or something like that, or is it just straight? You don't know.
Yeah. To the Top Selling Baseball delivers autographed relic cards from the best in the game, including current stars, retired legends, and the most collectible rookies. Master boxes. Oh yeah, this was the selling thing. So you get 2 themed mini boxes containing an autographed relic card numbered to 25 or less, or a 1-of-1 relic card, or a 1-of-1 relic, or a 1-of-1 autographed relic card. So there you go. So each box, each card is on a different theme. So the themes this year are Sterling Seasons, Sterling Strikes, Sterling Swings, Sterling Splendor, debuts. Yeah, so oh my god, there's bat knob cards. Everybody loves a bat knob card. That's pretty cool.
I've seen a couple of bat knob cards, and they are really cool.
Yeah, they are cool. Yeah. There's a Panini product which does not almost exclusively bat knobs, but it's got a lot of bat knobs in it. I can't remember which one it is. Off the top, Leaf and Lumber or something. I can't remember what it's called. Something like that. Yeah, bat knob cards are really cool. But yeah, there you go. $1,000 for 2 cards. So good luck, everybody. Go pay
a bat knob. You might get a bat knob.
You might get a bat knob. Yeah, go pay $1,000 for some prospect who'll never make the majors. So yeah, that's super fun times. So yeah, compare that to Tribute 18 cards at 450, and they're beautiful cards, and you're guaranteed 6 hits out of them. Yeah, I mean, everything in context, I suppose, right? That's not the right word, but
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, it'd be cool because you see the players now with those cool stickers they have in the bat knobs. So there are some really fun ones out there. So I could absolutely. I mean, I think I remember like Matt Harvey having the Dark Knight ones that were really cool back in the day.
Yeah, and it's even though they've just got like their number written, in Sharpie on the bottom of it or whatever, it's still pretty cool. It makes it kind of obvious that it's proper, if that's the right way of putting it.
So does that mean you go ask the equipment manager for an autograph because you could just go get a bat and put a number on it, and that would be.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're all hologram and stuff, so they can actually be authenticated.
Yes.
If you're paying $500 for a card, you want some
kind of
guarantee.
Okay. Yes, yeah. It's not like the Mets bat boy is going to the backyard with a saw and kind of mop.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Come on, computer stuff. There you go. There's one. If you switch, put the screen sharing on, you built. If you're watching live, if you're listening to the recording, this is terrible content. But so there you go. There's a Mike Trout autographed bat knob, which is pretty cool. Babe Ruth cut signatures, that kind of thing. So yeah, there'll be some pretty good names in here, some pretty cool things that you could pull. But yeah, $1,000 for 2 cards. You're really playing roulette right there. But
yeah,
if you have a dabble, good luck.
You're definitely hitting the DJ LeMahieu card or the Shed Long Kong on that one.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's when you're crying in your soup. But if you can drop $1,000 on 2 baseball cards, I don't think you really care, do you?
No.
But the point is, you're probably not just dropping $1,000. You're probably buying at least a case of this stuff, right?
Yep. That's not happening anytime soon.
No. I'll watch some breaks, and I'll watch along with gusto and enjoy other people's money being spent, not mine. So yeah, there we go. Last bit of news. For new releases, the 2022 Gypsy Queen checklist came out, so the excitement is starting to build. Gypsy Queen, a perennial favorite with me certainly, and in my groups and with the customers. So yeah, looking forward to Gypsy Queen coming out, slated for the. Oh, I wrote it down. Why am I guessing when I wrote it down? The 20th. I don't think that's right. It's not due out this week. I think it's next week. Oh, now I'm gonna have to double check. Maybe it is the 20th. What's the 20th? Friday. Oh, that would make sense if it was Friday. Seeing as Tops have moved to Wednesday and Friday releases. Yeah, 20th of May, so it's due out this coming Friday. That's exciting.
There you go. That's you sorted for the weekend.
It is. Yeah, I need to start working my contacts and get some pricing. Well, I know what I'm doing later tonight. Sleeping because I'm tired.
Yes, exactly. That does sound pretty good tonight. So
yeah. So there we go. Like I say, lots of ground to cover. Lots of things we've missed in 3 weeks where we've had kind of a show and a half. And yeah, another announcement that we missed, I suppose, but it's not that old, so we can still be excited about it. The replacement for Project 70 has been announced. Topps Project 100.
So yep. So Topps dropped it about a week ago. Said, all right, we kind of knew there's gonna be something else out. We knew, Project 70 was a complete blindsided after everyone spent their money on Project 2020 and said it wouldn't happen again, and Project 70 happened. So we all knew Project 100 was going to happen at some point. You were not gonna. Topps was not going to not have this cash cow still going. Backlash was what you would think it would be. Everyone hates it. No one knows what it is.
How can they hate it already?
the backlash of people because they're still waiting on. A couple of people were still waiting for cards, so they're like, "Look, I'm not interested in whatever it is there. Like this one was run terribly. Artists fell out. We never had a 120 card set. They were just upset with the whole everything went. It was a 2 card, it was a 3 card, there was a 5 card, we had an 8 card drop. Yeah, I think people were like, look, you know what, if we can do something that's maybe 2 cards a week for the next 20 weeks, sure, or 5 cards a week for 20 weeks, that's doable. But when they're trying to push it through the line over the last couple of weeks, it was just too much for people, and people were like, I'm done. So we don't know anything about it. They announced 5 of the artists, and it might be 5, might be 10. Everyone's speculating on who the artists are, or who else is there. Lauren Taylor's not in. Alex Pardee's not said much. Ermsy's been quiet. So I don't think it's any of the usual suspects. So the 5 confirmed artists that we have so far is Malik Roberts, John Geiger, who apparently is a hot topic. He likes to copy things and then put his own spin on it. So that was a lot of backlash on that. And I'll get some more information on these artists as we find out more. It's been a busy time, so not had a chance to go find out more about them. It's an artist called No Pattern. Demsky, who is a street artist based in Spain. So I'm very curious to see what's going to come out from him. If he's an American guy, or is he a Spanish guy, or an English guy happen to be out there. I mean, who knows? So Barcelona is quite a hot spot for graffiti artists there. So I'm definitely going to go dive into more about this, find out more. And the last one is Andre Power, who is like a DJ. So who knows? I mean, we didn't know anything about Alex Pardee. He became the hottest artist out there. Could be interesting, might not. Everyone's speculating that will be some Wander Franco cards because everyone wants Wander Franco.
No, of course there will be. So we're going to get 1 million Wander Franco cards. We're going to get 1 million J-Rod cards. We're going to get.
I'm okay with that. My wallet might not be, but I'm okay with that.
We'll get 1 million Jaron Duran cards. We'll get, okay. I'm desperately Googling, trying to find information. Anytime I Google Topps Project 100, all you get is card number 100 from Project 70. Yep. Project 2020, sorry, which was Mike Trout, one of the Mike Trout cards. Jameson Mike Trout, there you go.
Everyone's tight-lipped. There's no leaks about it. They announced it last week, so I've actually set my notifications from on Twitter on Topps to let me know if there's any stuff come out, because they said they leaked it and kind of felt like a really kind of like Alex Pardee hype video. It was just the kind of foreboding music they used, and then said, all right, we'll announce some artists on Friday. They did a little thing on who the artists are, and that's all we know. I've looked. My contacts, I've asked them. They've heard nothing. Lauren Taylor was annoyed by everyone asking her if she was still involved. So
It's all right. That's funny.
yeah, she's because all these artists, the DMs are open, so people will just go, hey, are you on this? You're not on this. She has a set coming out from Topps. It should be out shortly. She was putting the finishing touches on the cards, I think, before she left for Barcelona to go do her thing out there for a few weeks. So there'll be some Lauren Taylor cards, but yeah, none of the artists know what's going on. I think most artists are burnt out from the grind of trying to produce 20 cards in basically every 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Um, so well, hopefully there'll be more information. I'm all in on it. As much as my wallet says no, I'll probably still be. I like it. Like the art cards are my jam. So we're in a chat group with a lot of some of the industry people that are some big names in there, and they all hate it. And I'm the only one's like, I like it. I like art cards. It's my jam.
Yeah.
And most people are just like, here we go again.
It's kind of funny how but then you were early on it last time as well, and then people gradually warrant it. So yeah, I think
exactly. I think
just to completely
third
write
time's
it
a charm.
off like that. Yeah, man, exactly. And just to completely write something off like that, it's kind of like, right, learn your lesson. Yeah, I'm sort of scrolling through Topps' Twitter feed at the moment. So there's 20 artists in total going to be involved in this.
Right.
And yeah, like I say, they've sort of. I saw a tweet when I did a search that's now not appearing in their timeline, so I don't know what's going on. But
So yep, and then they also put it in season 1, so they clearly continue to plan to
season
keep
1,
this going.
yeah.
So and the funny thing is that for Star Wars Day, Blake Jameson and Brittany Palmer produced Star Wars cards, and people still ate those up. So
Is that right? Wow.
yeah, they still had over print runs over 1,000 each. I think one was close to even 2,000. They're Star Wars cards. They were pretty cool. They were Blake's style card, and I was tempted to buy some, but you could only buy them singles. You couldn't buy like a 2-pack or a 4-pack to make it cheaper. If they had that option, I probably would have bought some just because I like Star Wars. So
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think the usual suspects are gone. I think F-Dot's already said he was done with Topps. He was moving on to a bigger project with like Nike and stuff like that. I mean, he did something with the New York Knicks recently. Chuck Styles had was a giveaway day with the White Sox where he designed a shirt for them. So they've gone on to bigger and better things. You can only work with Topps for so long before you probably get burnt out and with the demands and. The real interesting thing is these cards are all going to be signed off by Major League Baseball and the Major League Players Association. So I think that was the hang up with all the artists doing the cards was they'd submit a card and top say, here's the card to MLB. They say, yeah, great. And then they would go to Major League Baseball Players Association and be like, nope, can't use that one. Can't like that. I know Jonas Never had multiple cards get knocked back because of that thing there. So it looks like they're all working in partnership. Everyone should get cards they want.
Let's hope so. I mean, it can only get better. Maybe. I mean, whenever Topps does anything remotely half decent now, people go, "Oh, that's the Fanatics effect. That's the Fanatics effect because Fanatics on them now." So let's see. Let's see if there's a Fanatics effect. Maybe there will be. I seem to recall sitting at the start of Project 70 going, this couldn't possibly be as bad as Project 2020. I'm sure it'll all be fine now. And then ended up looking like a complete chatty. So I'm going to make the same bold prediction again. And yeah, let's hope they've learned the lessons from the first 2 projects, and maybe with a bit of Fanatics influence, things will be a touch smoother. But yeah, so 20 renowned artists is what it says in the trailer for. And then, like you say, they've announced 5 of the artists as quote Series 1 unquote. So, yeah, let's see what happens. I guess we can assume 20 artists. Well, we can assume 20 artists because it said that. That's not what I meant to say. Maybe we can assume 4 seasons. 5 artists doing 5 cards per season.
That's kind of what everyone's kind of speculating. They're saying that 100 card set for 1 season. That's doable.
Yeah, I think so. Let's see what happens, shall we?
Yep. So of course I'll be all over this. I'll be putting them in the shop as per usual. And I'll be talking to your ear off about them, and so hoping that they are as cool as the rest of the cards are. I had
Yeah,
some good times looking at my old cards, going, "Yeah, that's a pretty awesome card. I still love this thing."
yeah. I'll pick one. I'll go through the artists and I'll find somebody that I'm interested in. Maybe one a season or something. I'm not going to try and do a set or anything silly, but um, yeah, I want to find more cool art stuff. So then I can sound interesting at nights out and that.
Yes, I found this really cool
I
artist.
I know art. Yeah, yes.
So funny.
Don't you know
I
who
had
I'm
a
friends with?
conversation. Someone was telling about the conversation they had with somebody, and they were talking about Alex Pardee, and the guy had no idea that he was doing baseball cards there. So he was showing him all the pictures of the cards in his collection, and they ended up chatting for a while because this guy was a baseball card fan and was buying all Alex Pardee cards, and this guy liked his art and had no idea that the cards existed. So
Yeah, there we go. I wasn't some asshole who's punching holes in them, was I?
no, that's not that guy. Although we might get him on the show, so I'm working on that.
Oh man, that'll be fun. Yeah. Oh, Graham's taking a week off again. That could be kind of funny.
It's not you, is it?
Yeah, maybe it is. Oh, no, I'm not that clever. I don't have such good taste in rugs. So yeah, well, Project 100. Let's go. Let's not be negative Nellies. Let's be excited about it. Let's hope they bring us some cool stuff. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the format is. But like say, I think we can kind of assume 5 artists doing 5 cards each for each of the seasons. That seems like it would make sense. So yeah, let's wait and see. Hopefully they bring us some cool things. So yeah, talking of Tops Online stuff, Tops Now. Something pretty cool is happening today on Tops Now. So if you're listening live or watching us on YouTube in the next sort of 15 hours or so, Albert Pujols has a Tops Now card today as a pitcher. And I think it could be the one and only time he gets a card as a pitcher. So yeah, go grab your Albert Pujols Tops Now pitcher cards while you can still get them. That's a pretty cool thing to commemorate, I think. And yeah, they're available now. Like everything else in Tops Now, they're only available for 24 hours. So if that sounds interesting, you've got some Tops points maybe you want to burn, go grab some. It could be a fun
do
card
they
to keep.
do they have the Pirates card by chance? Because there was a no hitter last night and they lost.
Oh my days! Yeah, funny how nobody's celebrating that no
Or,
hitter, right?
no,
Was
it
it
was
only?
Cincinnati no hitter and the Pirates won despite not
Yeah.
having hit.
So, all right. First off, that really sums up the Reds season so far, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
They no hit a team and lose. Now, I assume it doesn't count as an actual no hitter because they only went 8 because obviously they didn't get. They were the away team, so the home team didn't have to bat in the bottom of the ninth because they were already up by 1. So they threw 8 no hit innings and lost. So I guess technically it's not a no hitter because it wasn't 9 no hit innings, and plus you're probably not going to celebrate it because it was in a loss.
Yeah, exactly. It's not going on the CV to say, "Look, I threw no hitter, but I lost."
The mad thing about it, right? So one of the dude who threw it, Hunter Green, has been like a fire prospect for I don't know. It feels like as long as I've been
2017, and he was a draft pick in
yeah,
2017.
like it feels like for as long as I've been retailing. So since 2018, 4 years been doing this now. Um, he's been like a fire prospect, and suddenly he comes up. He's got rookie cards this year because, of course, he has. As if the later in the year release product wasn't going to be expensive enough. Hunter Green goes out and throws 7.1 no hit innings. And one of his, but it could only be what are starters on now, like their third or fourth starts, maybe. So yeah, watch out for him. He could be studly. Let me quickly Google Tops now. Yeah, that's a hell of a thing. I think it's happened 6 times before or something. I seem to recall. I skim read about it, and I think it's only happened 6 times before where there's been a no hitter and they've lost.
Yeah,
Or no,
it
that's not
doesn't
true.
happen.
No, a team's won. A team's won without getting a hit, which is slightly different. But really strange. Yeah, fielder's choice, I think it was. So they
It
must
was
have
a field
booted
bases loaded. They walked the bases loaded and a fielder's choice to get the double play, but they didn't get that
they
home.
booted it. Yeah, gee whiz. Yeah, that's wild.
I said it happens like once every like 20, 30 years. So you're like,
Yeah,
okay.
I mean that's crazy. That one is crazy though. I'm desperately trying to find and see if they've put anything on there.
Well, I can't imagine they would. That would be one of those unfortunate incidents that happen, and you kind of okay, well, we really can't commemorate that there. But yeah, it was Hunter Green. Like I said, it's been a prospect for a long time. Was a high. He was either number one overall pick or at least a top three pick, and was a high schooler. And they weren't sure if he projected better as an outfielder or as a pitcher. So glad to see he's still pitching and pitching well.
Yeah. So there we go. There's actually two cards. Pittsburgh Pirates card number 181, the sixth team in MLB history to win a game without a hit. So that's available today for the next 21 hours and 22 minutes. And there is a Reds card as well, and it is a Hunter Green card. I'll quickly get the description on it. Card number 182, which makes sense because it's right after the other one. Rookie carries no hitter into the eighth. So they're not mentioning the fact that he lost the game. But yeah, there you go. He took a no hitter into the eighth inning. Quickly check the back of the card. On a wild afternoon in Pittsburgh, Cincinnati Reds rookie hurler Hunter Green carried a no hitter into the eighth of yesterday's meeting with the Pirates. Green struck out nine batters over the course of his 7 1/3 innings on the mound, proving he has the mettle to pitch for the best in MLB, despite the sour result. That's an understatement. Reds fans rejoiced over Green's stellar performance. So there you go. There was a couple of cards commemorating it. So yeah, quite a fun day for Tops Now cards. So yeah, you got about 21 and a half hours to go pick those up if you're interested in it.
This seems to be a hot thing right now. Everyone seems to talk about Tops Now. So I think
yeah, man. There's
really
a J Rod for yesterday.
Oh right, I haven't checked
I
that
see
one out.
now you've changed your tune.
Oh, listen, I got those Tops Now points somewhere. That's it.
Pass it. Hang on. Makes impact with first career 4-hit game. There you go. So they're commemorating his first career 4-hit game in a Tops Now card.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was Mariners are playing in New York, playing the Mets this weekend. Didn't get a chance to watch any of the games, despite the fact it was at friendly times for me, and I'm a bit gutted about that. But next time, next road trip there. So and hey, we even I think we won 2 or 3 against the Mets, which had one of the best records in baseball.
You mean the 2022 World Series champion New York Mets, as every New York Mets fan in the UK seems to think.
The injuries will pile up at some point, so they're still cursed.
Yeah, man, of course they will. Yeah, they ain't going nowhere. Come at me, Mets fans. I've got all day for you.
But it was right. So speaking of that game, they sent Jared Kelenic down before he went down there. He was struggling badly, Ben, in buck 30, and I think they sent him to AAA before they went to New York, so the New York fans wouldn't boo him for the trade. So I think it was just a coincidence he went down at the same time they started the road trip to New York. So.
That's when players start feeling their hamstrings and stuff, right? Before we're ready to go. Coach, I've been carrying a thing, and maybe I should. Yeah,
that happened a lot against Randy Johnson. Like like my elbow kind of hurts today.
Yeah. I'm not really feeling it. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit jippy. Yeah, and that was just the Seagulls. That wasn't even the players.
Now that would have been a cool Tops Now card. Like I would have bought that card, no doubt.
I'm surprised they haven't done it in a throwback, because they're doing Throwback Thursday or throwback cards now as Tops Now cards as well. So you might find it, whatever the date was. Just watch any baseball game. Is it still a highlight between? And this shows you how little MLB TV I've watched this year. But is it still one of the recycled highlights they show during every break in every game on MLB TV?
You're not missing much. Like the only one that they've really still recycled through is the Derek Jeter grab from and throws out Giambi at home plate. Like that's still playing. Okay. Like it comes on and that's just etched in my brain. It
was and then otherwise it was a great play.
Oh, Jesus. I was in a good mood for a while here. Oh yes. So, but yeah, I mean, I'll take that over the Bo Jackson 5 Hour Energy. Like if you watch
Oh
MLB
wow,
TV
yeah.
in the late 2000s, like
It
that
was
was
like
like the only ad that put.
2019. That was still pretty recent. Though. It was like
Was it still recent? I thought
2019.
it was like
Yeah,
10
it's
years
pretty
ago.
recent. Maybe
Oh
it
yeah,
was.
I'm Bo Jackson.
I'm googling it as we speak. Because
Oh
now I
yeah,
want to know.
because yeah, that was
Uh,
just over and over again. They had no ads yet. They hadn't started doing the highlights, and you either got a blank screen or you got the Bo Jackson 500 Energy commercial
yeah,
over and over again.
it looks like the commercial debuted in 2013. So
Okay, so yeah, so it was 9 years ago.
yeah, anytime after that, I guess, is when it could be recycled on MLB TV. But yeah, every flipping break, man. Now here's Bo.
Oh
He's
gosh, all right.
flipping 5 hour energy.
Where's the mute button? I gotta turn this thing off.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. I was in a good mood until you brought up Bo Jackson and his
There
five
you
hour
go.
energy.
I'm gonna find that theme song and just send it your way, so you just can play it whenever
Yeah.
you
Oh,
want.
I've got the video queued up. I'll go back and watch it just for old time's sake once we're done with the show. I think maybe we'll need to get them on as a sponsor, and then we can play the ad in
Oh, I
between
love that.
segments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be all professional. I was like, all right, this is now a tea break, sponsored by Bo Jackson's 5 Hour
Oh,
Energy.
a tea break. My God, you've even got a cool name for our commercial breaks. I love it. A tea break, of course.
Yeah.
We need to get sponsored by Kit Kat or something, or like
Oh
custard
yeah.
creams. Yeah, yeah, that
We'll
would be a
work on
nice
that
little
one.
pickup.
Yeah, I'm on it. We'll work on that one.
We're on it. Yeah, we'll be the second UK-based baseball themed podcast to announce a commercial agreement this week. Uh, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, Bat Flips and Nerds seem to have partnered up with Breaking Tea. I'm actually wearing a Breaking Tea tee tonight. How funny is that you bought for me? And yeah, they have a discount code for 10% off. So go and check out our good friends actually at Bat Flips and Nerds if you're after some rather cool baseball merch. Like I have my Para Shark one. They'll hook you up with a 10% discount code. And then you pay about $1 million for shipping, but that's not their fault. It's Breaking Tea's fault. Anyway, that's enough of plugging our competition. Moving on then to NFTs. Let's talk about NFTs. And isn't the world of we'll preface this with we don't give out financial advice on this show. We never have, and we never will, because crypto is in the toilet right now. So this is not advice. This is commentary, and I feel like we're going to have to go back through our back catalogue of podcasts and put on disclaimers to say that we do not give advice on this show about NFTs or crypto or anything, because golly, it's rough out there right now. I'm talking of rough. Topps 2022 Series 2 baseball, or no, it's just call it Series 2. It's not 2022. So Topps Series 2 baseball NFTs were supposed to launch 2 weeks past Thursday. I've spoken about, well, I can't get my damn money out of this platform anyway, so I might as well reinvest it in packs and we'll see what happens. So I was sitting waiting at 6 p.m. on Thursday, 2 Thursdays ago. I don't know what the date was, doesn't matter. Waiting for it to come out, and lo and behold, my phone lights up with pings from Discord and pings from their Twitter account saying, "Oh, we've actually got a problem again, but with our minting this time, and we don't know how long it's going to take." My God, really? I think Topps are still batting triple donuts on successful NFT launches.
I was gonna say they're betting 1,000 on failure rate.
Yeah, there you go. That's a much better way of putting it. They are batting 1,000 on batting 1,000 on fucking it up. So yeah, another absolute shambles of a launch. So it turns out there was an issue with the minting of the NFTs. They announced it on their Discord and their Twitter, I think about 30 minutes before the drop was due to go live, and it ended up being delayed by an entire week. And then eventually released a week past Thursday to not very much fanfare, and there are still plenty of both premium and standard packs available as of, well, an hour ago, like
Hour
15,
ago, yeah.
15 minutes before the start of the show. I went and looked to see how much was there. And there's still around, I mean, less than 2,000 of each pack is available, but for there still to be 2,000 premium packs, like 10 days, 10 days after launch. That's wild. I mean, we've gone from the first release that was done on wax.io, which was a fight to get, and you were lucky to get them. And they started they bought them at $100 a pack, and literally hours later they were trading for $1,000 a pack. Whereas how things have just a complete 180-degree turn, and here we are 10 days later, and there's still around about 2,000 premium packs and the same number of standard packs available for people to buy. And standard packs are only $20. Whether that's a reflection on how the underlying crypto market is, people are skeptical, people are scared. I don't really know. Their launch timing was obviously pretty bad, or if it's just a general right, Tops, we've had enough of this now because it's a bit rubbish. It's probably a little bit of both.
Do you think it's a bit because you can actually get your money out? So it's like, all right, I put in $1,000 in this, and I want to sell it, but I actually can't even get my money out of these things there. Because, like I said, I mean, the flippers are crazy. They flip anything they get their hands on. So if you can't flip it, what's the point?
Well, I mean, if you're in, excuse me, if you're in the US, you can. That's the thing, right? But it's only if you're in the US. The only way you can get your money out is if you've got a US bank account. So if you're in the States, it's fine, and I guess that's what's powering the majority of the market. But it doesn't feel like an apples to apples comparison if we wanted to compare it to the first drop on wax. But there's no doubt that if more people could access the platform fully, there would be much less of a demand problem, because I would have bought more. Like, I still might. I'd kind of like the price to come down if they're not shifting them 10 days after launch, and they've still got about 2,000 of each pack still available, especially with the premiums at $150. I'd like to see a price cut, and then I'd probably buy. If they brought that price down to like 125, then I'd be more excited to buy it than I would be at 150. Like, you're guaranteed one super rare card, but in the context of things, what does that mean? If I get a super rare shed long, it's like, I'm a fuss. I mean, it's still fine to have a super rare card or whatever else, and that's cool on Bunt, because Bunt doesn't cost us anything unless you're Jason and you buy lots of stuff for tribute. But we'll come to that. There's a spoiler alert. But yeah, when you have to spend money to get these things, it's obviously a different prospect, right? So yeah, I'm still on the fence. I said I was going to turn my balance into packs, and I haven't done it yet. But that's because it really feels now like if I would just be throwing that money away. And it's like, well, I might as well keep it now and wait and see either what happens with the crypto market, or you go mad and you buy the dip. But this is where it's interesting, because if you can't convert, the thing that's really missing, the thing that's stopping me doing it, is because you can't convert your dollars balance on topsnfts.com. You can't convert it to the underlying Avalanche token that powers the platform. You can only put money in and take money out in dollars. The difference being with the Wax platform was you made your investment, you bought in like your $100 a pack, whatever it was, but then that value got converted to WaxP, and you technically made your purchase with WaxP, and then of course you could trade off the value of the wax as well as the value of the NFT itself. So it was like a two-pronged attack you had on the market there. With Tops NFTs, you don't have that. All you have is the value of the NFT, and you buy in dollars and you trade out in dollars. You can't actually convert your dollar balance to the underlying crypto token, and that's ridiculous for an NFT platform. So I think if I had that, you probably would invest now, because I assume, like every other crypto, the value of Avalanche has gone to the floor. So you're buying the dip now, trading with your NFTs, opening your packs and having fun, hoping that the value of the underlying token comes up, and that pushes the whole value of the market up again. But of course you can't do that, because you're just buying and trading in straight dollars. So there's another one that puts me off. But there you go. If you fancy having a dabble and you don't mind either not losing your money, that's unfair. You don't mind not having access to your money, or you have an outlet to sell these things outside of their platform. I mean, you could sell them on eBay, you could sell them in Facebook groups and stuff, I guess. Then go for it. There's still plenty Series 2 Tops NFTs available right now on topsnfts.com. Just This is not financial advice. And remember, if you put your money in, you can't get it out very easily, if at all. So there you go. Good luck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if that's your thing, go for it. Like I said, if you've got money to burn, why not?
Yeah, yeah. I know for a fact it's put a lot of the UK NFT collectors off. Like that platform just puts them off because they can't get stuff out of it. So why bother?
Yeah,
Why
totally agree.
bother? Yeah. All right, more digital goodness. And as I have alluded to, Jason's been spending his money, but not on tribute. I was wrong.
No, not a tribute. I did spend money on Inception. And I did spend money on the 1987 set because I just could not pass it up. So a couple of big drops. We'll get to the big news on who gets the iconic Shohei Ohtani 39 count Ohtani card, and we'll do that there. So thank you to everyone in the group who helped work that. It was 3 weeks of a lot of crafting, a lot of opening packs, and we got there at the end. I think I counted, I made somewhere in the range of 550 trades during that 3 weeks. I made a lot of trades.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I finished off the first Inception Series 1. I finished off Inception, and that's all the way through Super Rares. I didn't get any comics of that. I finished off all the rares in Inception Series 2, and I finished off all the Mystic ones of the rares there. So I was literally trading 2 for 1 the whole time and got all my sets done. It was brilliant. But
that is some good work. That is some good work. That's a lot of hard work and a lot of good work.
so it was a lot of fun. So yeah, my wife's very glad. Like it's no longer an event. I have to stare at my phone every hour for about 10 minutes, or on multiple devices, going like this and like that. And I've been welcomed back into the family, so they talk to me again.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like your kids are all grown up now, and
Yeah, exactly. You know, they're driving. I think one's gonna get married. You know, we'll figure it out. But you know, I really enjoyed the event. I didn't care. I didn't think heritage cards were that great. The base set I thought was terrible. I think, and the super rares with the red, they weren't that great there. But I thought like the auto patches, the relic cards, those were super cool. I had a lot of fun. You know, tracing those. The iconics was a lot of fun there. I think I hit well, I think it hit 5 iconics and then traded for the rest. So, you know, for those who hit more than that, congratulations, you guys, you did better than us. You beat the odds. So
beat the odds. Yeah, man. So I really enjoyed the heritage event as well, and I wasn't I wasn't full bore at it until maybe the last sort of 10 days. And then even then I wasn't at the stage that I was at with Tribute last year where it was like setting constant 1 hour reminders so I could go on and you know quickly complete the event to get my tribute cards and then move on. But I was certainly far more involved in the last 10 days than I had been in through the rest of the event. So probably like the last sort of third of the event, I guess I was quite dedicated to it. So again, yeah, 3 accounts, 3 devices, uh, multiple times a day. I'll say I probably completed it maybe 25 times a day across the three accounts, for at least the last 10 days. And yeah, not a single iconic, not one, not even a snifter. So yeah, that was infuriating a little bit. But yeah, whatever.
You know, it was
It
fun.
was
Like I
fun.
said,
It was fun.
it was. I had a lot of times, you know, trading with people, and you know, I ended up, you know, we might have a future guest that I made out of this from the guys I traded with quite a bit, and yeah, you know, I really enjoyed the event. It was a lot of fun, and by the time it was all done, I was like, what am I gonna do with my 57 Ronald Acuna cards that I accumulated?
And
And
then
lo and
Tribute
behold,
came along and solved the problem.
absolutely. So yes, you have to craft 50 cards there. I'm really enjoying the tribute one. I've already finished all the rares except for like 2 of the autos I'm still chasing. So I
So
was
you
doing
haven't
some
actually seen your kids again, you filthy liar.
no, it's not true. So I'm not collecting the Emerald base one. So everyone's buying the Emerald base right now because it's 1 point times there. And so if you're playing the events, which I'm not playing the events this year because I don't have the time, people are buying, so you can basically trade those from up there. So I went on right from the start and said, "There's no way I'm putting a 300 card set together that's going to take too much time and effort, and I don't know if I have enough cards to actually craft to do it. And so I immediately went and started trading for any of all the rest of the cards there. So I think I've opened maybe 10 packs, and the rest of them was all through trades. And then once that was filled up, I started doing 3-for-1. So three rares for super rares. So that's the next set I'm working on.
That's a pretty good way to do it, though. I mean,
Yeah.
so I saw the crafting thing. I was like, oh, that's fine. It's a good way of getting rid of all my duplicates. So I've got rid of all my uncommon duplicates now. So that's 18 months worth of dupes. I think I crafted out about 1,700 cards in total, and I think I've got pretty sure I had 37 of like the special emeralds out of the 100 by that point. And it was only after, so I traded them all out, and I was like, right, I might as well. There's no point in keeping duplicate cards, right? I'm not fussed about my collection score and all that kind of stuff. I don't really care. Crafted them all out, and I was like, well, hopefully I've made a pretty good dent in it. And to have barely done a third of it after crafting out like 1,700 cards, it's like, right, okay, screw this. So yeah, they'll be good. They'll be good trade bait. I'll maybe trade them just for some tribute base and try and build out the base set or something. I mean, the complete tribute set is like 990 cards or something.
It's absolutely
dude,
massive.
To get that in 3 weeks, that's wild. But even then, there's like somebody who was recently admitted to our Bunt group, and he's got like, I don't know, about a dozen iconics he was trying to sell and stuff like that. So, you know, people are big dick swinging at it, obviously.
If you have the money to spend on it, absolutely. I've talked to a couple of the big dogs out there that have collection scores, over 500,000 and 1 million there, because they'll have duplicates or triplets cards, and you might have something to offer them. Some of them have been really nice, some of them not so nice. So they just bail you around because you want my cards, great. It's like, all right, you got to pay 2 for 1. Like, well, no, I'll just find someone else that will trade with me. But these people that spend, I don't know, $40-$50 a week on it. I mean, that's wild. I was excited when the 87 tops came out. It's like, all right, I'll spend my £6 for this. I really want to see if I can hit something. And the same thing with Inception. So I wanted to try to get a legendary booklet. So I think hopefully in the future, maybe what I'll do on a Friday is I'll spend my £6 or £7 and see how long it takes for us to actually hit one of the legendaries or the booklets. So. Just a little something fun there, depending on what set comes out. But I was kind of like, okay, I get a break. I like Inception. That was great. Heritage event, and then it's Mystic. Skip that. But then it was like, well, I can have enough cards to trade for that, so that was a fun one there. And then Inception came out again, and I was like, oh, all right. So, and then Tribute. I was like, well, what's left? Like, I think I've got all my favorite sets in about a span of a month. So I'm very curious.
They've really gone through you so far this year. That's kind of fun.
They have, and there's going to be a Heritage Series 2 coming out. I already said, I was reading all the stuff about that there. So there'll be more of that. Whether it'll go as hard as not, probably not.
Triple Thread still to come.
Oh man, that's what my jam. But it's the same thing, I've talked to a lot of collectors in the States, and they're like, why do you like Bunt so much? It's on my phone. I don't have to worry about storing things. I don't have to try to do anything. Like, if I, it's a fraction of the cost, and I still get as much joy out of it as I would from opening a box.
Look, listen, it's again everything in context, right? We opened up the show speaking about a box of cards that's coming out on Wednesday. That's $1,000 for 2 cards. So how on earth is it stupid to then go and like put? Or we're talking about premium packs of NFTs that are like $150 a pack, and by comparison, we're talking about a tenner a week maybe for like to be relatively high rolling in a mobile game. Again, it's everything in its place, right? Everything's comparable. Well, I'm not speaking very good tonight.
No,
for a difficult day. It's everything in context. Thank you.
That's everything in context. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm flirting with the idea of spending $2,700 on a case of Tribute to get like 54 cards or something. No, I can't do the maths in my head, but 6 times 18, and his answer's on a postcard. And you're thinking, that's maybe good value, but then the idea of putting 20 quid into a game on your phone just seems ridiculous. It's like,
It does.
Yeah, who's
So
the fool? Like,
yeah,
maybe these dudes who are putting all this money in the Bunt, they've got the right idea.
it could be. Like I said, yeah, man, and I just think it's fun. I think it's a good way to get into collecting. And I was telling my friends' kids the same thing. Play Bunt. Like I said, if you like cards, you do the same thing. You get all the players you want, and it won't cost you a thing unless you want to spend money. And so
Yeah, and
who
you can
knows?
have you can have a boatload of fun on it and not spend any money. I mean, we've both spent money on it now, but not gross, like less than by far less than the cheapest box of baseball cards. Like I've put way less than £35 into Bunt since I started playing
I
it a year and a half ago. Like
yep.
you'd be lucky if I'm at maybe over a tenner, but
I'm at 20. I'm
maybe.
at 20 quid there. So I know I
Oh, there
spent
you
like a
go.
fiver last year. The Digicon event, there's 8 quid, 6 quid for what was it, 87, and 6 quid for Inception. So I spent 20 quid with most of it coming in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's a dangerous precedent. So yeah, there you go. I mean, that's still way less. Like I say, the cheapest box of baseball cards you can buy is about £35 for a box of opening day. So there you go. Even like even a retail box you could get in the States, like the cheapest ones are probably $15 plus tax. So you're looking at like $18. There you go. You're still below that threshold.
Well, there
And
you go. So yeah,
look at the fun, look at the enjoyment. So yeah,
exactly.
maybe these guys who buy Bunt, they're far more sensible than the dudes who go and drop £1,000 to get a Shed Long card and a DJ LeMahieu card.
Yep, absolutely. So I thought it was one of the really interesting thing is because I was trading so much, everyone was trying to pawn off their iconic Mariner cards. So I was getting a lot of Evan White trades. I was getting a lot of Kyle Lewis trades. I was just like,
Picking
no.
up all these scrubs.
Yeah, yeah. And funny enough, like I showed you the same thing. I picked up a Shed Long trade, and I was trying to pick another iconic for somebody, and they asked for something absolutely ridiculous, and I go, "Wow, you value Shed Long more than I do, and I like Shed Long."
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Yeah, you get some cowboys on that app. I think it's pretty safe to say.
So,
One final piece of news that I wanted to bring up just before we finish, but I'm going to have to quickly bring up my Instagram. So I was perusing Facebook as I'm inclined to during a meeting today. Actually, shout out to my employer if you're listening. So yeah, in a meeting today where I wasn't required, my input was not required. So I found a UK seller who has I've got to go look it up. 101, so the Superfractor, Bobby Dalbec rookie card from Topps Chrome, 2021 Topps Chrome Superfractor, is in the UK. Who would have thought that? That
I
is a massive card.
yeah, I
Where's
know.
it? Here it is.
Who knows where these end up? I mean, that goes to the Wander Franco 101. Same idea. Where everyone was
Yeah,
just like, that should not end up in retail. So it ended up over here somehow.
yeah. There you go. It came out of Walgreens box. There you go. Yeah, 2021 Topps Chrome Baseball Hobby Box. Bobby Dalbec, 1 of 1. It's in the UK, and the dude is, well, he put a thing on saying he was selling it. So I messaged him almost immediately and was like, dude, how much? Because he listed it with a whole bunch of like other cards, like from different sports. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll get a cheeky wee bargain here. So I'm like, dude, how much? How much on the Dalbec 101? And he's like, oh, I don't actually know if I want to sell it. I'm like, what the? Like, you put it in a. It's like, dude, you put it in a sales post. Like, what are you doing? Are you just trying to like? I don't know. So I don't know what he's up to. I don't think I actually wants to sell it. But if you're a serious buyer for the Bobby Dalbec Superfractor from 2021 Topps Chrome, yeah, give me a shout. I'll put you in touch with the guy. Maybe if we bully him enough, he might actually consider selling it. But apparently he's on too much of a cold streak right now, so he doesn't want. So he doesn't think he'll get the best price for it. It's like people want Dalbec cards, man, but whatever. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
there you go.
yeah, people always be like that. Like I said, hot streak, cold streak, it doesn't matter. Like
Doesn't
obviously you're gonna
matter.
probably get
Yeah,
a few
yeah,
more dollars if you wait till he's doing well or hits a game winner or home run and everyone's interested and it does spike and then it goes drop back in 3 days later. So
yeah.
you gotta come
Exactly.
up with the
Yeah.
price and go, this is the price I'm gonna sell it at. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
How much is it going to swing? 10, 20 pounds the most?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. It's like baseball cards aren't affected by spikes in performance the same as like basketball or NFL cards are. Like there are peaks and troughs obviously, but they're not as feverish as NFL cards or NBA cards are. It's like you say, the plus minus is a lot lower compared to those sports. So I think he would do pretty well selling it right now. People are still really high on Dalbec. And like you say, how much is he really leaving on the table? If the discussion's between £1,000 and £1,100, it's like, well, like I'd still rather have £1,000 now than maybe wait 6 months and get £1,100. You know what I mean? It's like, just if you're not that interested in collecting it, then sell it. Just get a shot of it. So there you go. The Dalbec Superfractor 101 from 2021 Topps Chrome is in the UK, and you can search it on Instagram. Just search that up on Instagram; it'll probably come up. Or drop me a thing at Shutout Cards, or get in touch with Team Topps. I'll put you in touch with the guy who's got it if you really want the Bobby Dalbec Superfractor.
Yeah,
and there we go. That's a fine way to round out this week's show, I think.
It is, and time for what everyone's been waiting for, the big prize.
Yeah, we got to do the draws. So let's bring some color to the draws. We made everybody listen to our insane rambling for an hour and 7 minutes, and now we can do the draws. So during Topps Bunt, the recent heritage event, Jason coordinated in our Facebook group. If you're in the UK or Europe and you enjoy playing Topps Bunt, search us up on Facebook. Although I can't remember what the group's called. That was a really good advertisement. Topps Bunt UK or something, I think I'll find us. Between the group of us, we managed to get, correct me if I'm wrong, 39 iconics.
So 40 in total. So it was 35 for the Ohtani and 5 for the Brooks Robinson.
There we go. So 35 iconic cards between the group to get the Ohtani award card, which is the one that we're going to do the random drawing for now. I think just before going to the press just before the start of the show, I think the print run on this is 39. Is that right?
39 people completed the whole iconic set.
39. So, there you go.
Considering how many people were playing thing. Because I said I looked. So before the crafting event started, I looked to see how many of the cards I had in my stock, because I had 50 of everything, and I think it was around 150,000 of each of the uncommons, plus I think it's under 100,000 now. But so I think a lot of people are playing. There was a lot of people playing this event.
Yeah, and there we go. We've got a one of 39 on offer here. So this list in front of us is the 35 cards and the people who donated the cards to the pot. So we're going to run a random. We'll use the same rules as we do when we do the randoms over on Shutout Cards. So we'll roll 2 dice to get the number of rounds we're going to go. It needs to be 5 or higher, and then we'll go. So if we roll 4, we'll be rolling again until we get a number that's 5 or higher. No controversy, because we're straight in with 9. So whoever's on the top, we've got Richard on top right now. Whoever's on top after this will be the recipient of the Ohtani award card. So good luck, everybody.
And you build up the tension here.
Build the tension. There you go. There's some non-copyright music.
Oh, we can stop here.
Oh my days! Look who won it.
It is me. Wow. It wasn't
Congratulations to my co-host.
The host. Now, to be fair, I did have like 9 cards in there or something like that, so it wasn't that many. But I had a
so there we go. So Jason takes the first one, and if you lose the second one, you're going to be pretty sick as well, right? Because you've got 4 of the 5 cards.
4 of the 5. Yeah. Like I said, I spent a lot of time crafting this event and trading away. You know what? I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to make a prediction. Jason wins.
I think a Jason is going to win. You're correct. Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. So Jason's going to win now.
Yeah. So same rules then. 2 dice, minimum of 5 rounds. So this is a 4, so we're going to go again. We need to find that 5 or better. Oh, we've got 3. I've never had this happen. 5. We're going to go the minimum. That's fine. All right, good luck, Jason and Jason.
Jason's going to win.
Well, let's say you've got 2 less trades to do, so you've managed to
There we
pick
go.
up
There we go.
both of the award cards. So there you go. So when you're trading everybody's cards back, you can keep those 2. So there you go. That was anticlimactic.
I mean, I feel bad for winning because that's why I wanted you to do the draw, because if I had done the draw and I'd won, it would have been rigged. So at least we got a draw. You weren't involved with it, and
I was going to say, for context, as we've already discussed, I hit precisely 0 iconics throughout that whole thing. So yeah, I had no skin in the game, and you can see it's running off of the shutout cards account and stuff. So yeah, no shenanigans at all. Well, there you go. Congratulations to my co-host. Everyone else is being sick. I can imagine they're already pasting its affix on Facebook.
Yes. I'm screwed. If I suggest another event, no one's going to do it now. So.
I won't be allowed to do the draws anymore.
But you know what? It was actually really nice to see that group come together, and everyone was pulling together and doing the trades, and it was a lot of fun that way. And I'm really kind of hoping maybe we can do the same thing with every weekly card event and go, right, okay, let's try to put together a super rare set and then run a draw for the winning card each week, because it was a lot of fun. I did have a lot of fun trading my way to the card. So maybe we'll see. Maybe somebody else, wants to do it there. So there are some the big hitters in the group. I like to say I'm a small fry, and everyone had a chance. And yeah, I feel bad. I really feel guilty about this one.
I'm sure you'll get over it.
And just wait till I stop. A 39 count card.
Well, what a way to end the show. So if Jason's not been murdered by the rest of the Bunt community by next week, we will be back next Monday, a little bit after 9 o'clock, for next week's episode of Tea and Toss. This week's episode will be available as a podcast for Wednesday at 9 p.m. on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get those podcasts. You can listen to us there. Till next week, thank you, Jason.
Yep, thank you. I feel bad. I really do. See how I feel next week. But yes, thanks for everyone that tuned in. And you can send pitchforks my way. But I promise you, I'll hit the cards back to you tonight.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to go and spend the rest of the night winding up the Bunt group.
Brilliant, guys. Hey, everyone have a good week. We'll see you next week. And we'll hopefully have some guests lined up that we've been chatting to and get them on the show.
Absolutely, yeah. Or we'll do some more Bunt giveaways. All right. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next Monday, 9 p.m. Until then, please stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We'll talk to you soon.